more modest, namely a theoretical analysis of the concept of reputation that I've anatomized and reconstructed with an eye on the various mechanisms that govern its functioning. In this sense, the book remains eminently philosophical. I've endeavored to make the conceptual analysis it contains somewhat less sterile by incorporating the findings of social science, as is proper in my own philosophical subdiscipline, social epistemology. Nor have I hesitated to make my theoretical arguments more vivid and comprehensible by the frequent resort to concrete examples drawn from imaginative literature and everyday life. Admittedly, the methodological eclecticism of the following pages may try the patience of readers who feel more comfortable with theorizing that keeps within well-demarcated disciplinary boundaries. Moving from Proust to economic sociology or from Jane Austen to signaling theory may seem like an unnecessary form of mental gymnastics. It makes your head spin, but does it really take you anywhere? Readers will judge. But I'm convinced that the interdisciplinary approach taken in this book is an effective way of making philosophy into a fruitful discipline, in touch with the burning issues of our times, and capable of contributing to the understanding and interpretation of the present by using all the conceptual tools that other sciences, as well as art and literature, make available. This freedom to roam freely among various fields of knowledge, it should probably be said, is to some extent the result of my personal trajectory. An Italian who immigrated to France, where I became immersed in Anglo-Saxon philosophy, I've spent my life straying across intellectual and disciplinary boundaries, often erected and defended by local prejudice and snobbery. My interest in reputation is also a side effect of this passion for trespassing. It's also worth mentioning that the book before you is replete with quotes from a heterogeneous array of disciplinary cultures and countries. This deliberate pluralism of cited sources reflects my conviction that there is no one objective ranking of intellectual quality. It's only by accepting the cognitive diversity and cultural complexity of our world that we can come to see old problems with new eyes. Chapter 1 introduces the idea of reputation as our social ego, a second self that guides our actions, sometimes even against our interests. The management of our social self is a fundamental social and cognitive competence whose functioning I analyze and attempt to explain. Chapter 2 is devoted to the theoretical approaches to reputation developed in the different branches of social science that adopt the theory of rational choice. The principal questions addressed are: can reputation be seen as a rational strategy? And is it a means to other ends or an end in itself? Chapter 3 deals with the communicative aspect of reputation, that is, how it circulates and through which social and linguistic mechanisms it can be stabilized. This is an important question because sometimes a reputation can be ephemeral, while at other times it seems set in stone. Gossip, rumors, and informational cascades contribute to the background noise that characterizes the universal human discussion of who did what to whom. Chapter 4 introduces a set of tools from the social sciences, including social capital theory, the theory of networks, and the sociology of hierarchies, to understand how the mechanisms designed to evaluate reputations function and what makes them reliable. Chapter 5 contains a critical analysis of our faith in experts and a presentation of the many biases that influence and distort our perception of the reputation of others. Chapter 6 is the most philosophical chapter in the book. It proposes replacing the idea of Homo economicus as the ontologically fundamental unit of social science